I'm Caitlin Gadora, and I'm here with Ed Gagnon at the celebration of the Arts Festival here in Barriere BC. We're going to be talking to him about what he has on display here today. So Ed, when did you first realize that you had artistic ability?
Probably when I was about 20 years old. I was a musician. My mother was a good painter, and I thought I could paint. So I started doing it, and then all of a sudden I didn't have enough time to paint anymore. So I started taking photographs, thinking I might paint them later, and it got to be such a habit that I took, I don't know, thousands of photographs. And they've actually been, some of them have been painted by painters who are really quite good. And a couple of painting schools, and I don't remember who they were because I never got the pictures back. So I decided that I would try and get these things together so that I could at least leave them for my kids and have them all labeled and all the rest of it so that they could tell where it all came from. And that's what I do with the photographs.
So what can you tell us about the pieces you have on display here today?
Well, the ones that I have here today are just a selection from a couple of hundred that I have in the books that I've got here today. Some of them have to do with the Barriere fire. Some of them have to do with what the countryside looked like around here prior to the fire and prior to the bug kill. You have to go through an awful lot of them to get to see these, and you have to know the country quite well to know where they came from. But there's just a selection of different sizes of blow-ups and what can happen with the technology they have now, which is incredible compared to what it used to be.
Do you find that you're inspired by anything in particular?
Not particularly. I was born and raised in the wilderness, and anything wild animals, country, etc., mountains, valleys, that's why I'm here. I love this place.
Who do you feel has influenced you the most throughout your artistic career?
People that I knew when I was a young kid living in the bush. I was born and raised in Penny, BC, which is right midway between McBride and Prince George. There were no roads. And there was a Frenchman there who was an artist who fascinated me. His name was John Andre. And he lived up in the bush behind our place, and art started to fascinate me at that time and just kept on that way. My mother was very artistic, and I have a bunch of sisters who are too.
Do you have any special projects that you're working on right now?
Not really, just getting together out of the thousands of pictures that I've got, a selection that can be kept for a long time.
Do you have any advice that you would give to an artist who's just starting out?
Make sure you take the time to do it. It's no different than being a musician. If you want to get really good at it, you've got to give up an awful lot of other things in order to get it done. Believe in what you're doing. Get professional. That's about the only thing I could advise. Enjoy it.
That's important too.
Right.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And when the day breaks and the sun shines on your face, and then your radiance fills the room.